Welcome everybody to Huber Park. Take a look around. We're going to go through a quick little view of everything here at Huber Park as we get ready. But first, let's be honest, we've all wanted to try this. We're going to kick things off. So if you can see here, one of the kids' activities that we have in our inflatable area is me with a very large hammer. There we go. Now we can start for today. So if you take a look around, this is our kids zone that we're going to have with a number of inflatable things. I don't know exactly which one is, but I believe that this might be the human whack-a-mole. And if that's the case, oh, human whack-a-mole's over there. Okay, if that's the case, I guarantee you we'll have a different hammer than the one that I just used on the fun toy. So this will be our kids area here, where a number of inflatable things all the way, inflatable area all this way across. So we'll come on this way. We have our camera woman extraordinaire, Jessica, on holding the phone as we kind of move along.
Why don't I walk backwards?
Okay. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's go. Just keep going. Catch up. All right. So again, pre-production issues. So the festival is going to kick off tomorrow. Gates are opening at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, you can come in here. We have parking at Spangler. We have parking at JFK at City Hall. We also have extra parking at the old Kroger location for some shuttle services. So we'll kick off. Our opening ceremonies are going to start at 6 o'clock. We're going to have the high school band here as well. We'll kick that off, and then obviously we have a full slate of activities you can find at raytomatofest.com, and we'll have that out there as well. So it's always a good kind of exciting thing. It is going to be warm, so for those of you out there, make sure you have your sunscreen. So we're going to go ahead and take it over to our community tent area as we walk by. So I'll let the view kind of go along as we move forward. Now, while the Tomato Fest is going on, that doesn't mean we don't have lots of other activities coming up. We have our Wagner Road public hearing tonight, and that will be at City Hall at 6 o'clock. We'll be talking about the improvements to Wagner Road. We'll have those official sketches up later today or after the presentation this evening, but we hope you can come out and take a look at that. So that'll be a good thing. All right, so now we're coming into our community tent area. We're going to stay kind of in the shade as we look around. The first thing you're going to see is our Royal Pageant stage, our Livingston stage. You can see the chairs are up for all of our royalty that will be in attendance tomorrow night. So you can take a look at that. And I know we've seen the post earlier. Guess what? Tomatoes are going to be for sale at the Tomato Festival. So a lot of our tomato-related items will be here as well. We also have our community tent that we'll go ahead and take a walk through, where we're going to be able to find out who has the longest tomato vines and the biggest tomato, as well as other events, including our pizza challenge on Saturday. We're still working to make sure we have all those great vendors, but one of last year's winners, the New York Pizza off of Broad Street, will be there, as well as Romeo's and others. So we hope to take a look at that. There's our Livingston stage, all set for our performances here as well. But our community stage will be a place that you can go to a little bit away from the main stage if you want, a little bit of quiet. You can come out here and grab something to eat, getting into the shade, things of that nature. Now, we also have another town hall in a couple of weeks on August 31st at 7 p.m. It'll be our roundabout town hall for the proposed or potential roundabout at the five-way intersection. So we're going to have that opportunity out there as well, so hopefully you can make it for that. In addition, the farmers market is going to be live tomorrow as well. So if you want to stop in at the Tomato Festival and then go to the farmers market, or go to the farmers market and then the Tomato Festival, either way you can go there. But we only have a couple of more of those left, so we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to take a look at those. All right, as we kind of move along into the other area. One of the new pieces that we're going to have this year is our sensory zone. It's going to be from Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And it's going to be an area so people that want to enjoy our festival without all the lights, bells, and whistles of things will be available. There will be a musician, and we're working on the stage over here for Blue Spectrum that's going to be coming out and performing on Friday late afternoon, early evening. So we're looking forward to that before we get into some of the rock and roll with Stadium 11, Kicks, and Autograph that'll be out there. Now, I know everybody's mostly curious about the food. What kind of food's going to be here? So all your normal traditional things that you're going to have at a fair environment are going to be here. I'm a big fan of funnel cake myself, so that's an option. We'll have that there. But then also, the usual things, your corn dogs and, elephant ears and fried other things that we'll have there. So we'll have that here as well. Now down this way by the playground area is our actual kid zone. This will be the area for all kids. You can see it's gated, so that means they can get in, but they can't get out. So we can have that there.
10 and under.
10 and under.
Yep, for this
10 and under for that one. Mm-hmm. So if you want to go there, and inside you'll see a couple of other inflatables, but just a place for people to enjoy it. Now we're headed to the main thoroughfare over here. This is where a lot of our vendors are going to go. We have around 100 and some odd vendors that will be appearing here in Reynoldsburg for the Tomato Festival. And there's Jennifer Clemens. Say hi, Jennifer. She's thrilled. And even Donna Bauman is out here. Everybody's out working at the Tomato Festival today. So this is where our vendors are going to be. You're very familiar with this, like it has been in other years, where your vendors in here are going to be there. Some local groups, including the school district, are going to be here, and we're just measuring things out and placing the flags down around for everyone to see. Now, you will also notice over back into the parking lot area, that's where a lot of our food vendors will be, like I was talking about your funnel cakes and everything else will be in that area, so that way it's nice and easily accessible for everyone, even if you have a case of limited mobility. Our restrooms are being installed, which are significantly more important than most people realize, so we do have those, and we'll make sure that those are clean and well kept the entire time. Hand washing stations everywhere. We also have RPDs here giving their presence. We've got the tower. Every time I see the tower, I just want to say Rapunzel. So we've got the tower out there, so it'd be observing everything, making sure everybody is safe and sound. And the big news is going to be obviously our beer tent right next to our main stage. The main stage is going to be put in a little bit later today. So we have that one as well, but our main stage is going to be right by our beer garden. So let's take a walk over by the beer garden. Where'd the dunk tank go?
They were right there.
Okay, well, we'll find the dunk tank eventually. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Now we can see it. Because I know everybody's thrilled about that. All right, so here we got our beer garden, obviously 21 and older, but we'll have a number of selections here, including the Bloody Mary bar. Kicking things off tomorrow, obviously we have the Land Sharks who will be performing, and that's part of the reason why you might have seen a shark on Main Street yesterday, scouting the territory ahead of time. So there's our beer garden. It is, again, 21 and older in that area. You can register. We'll have there. There's going to be a number of school groups that will be there, including football team, baseball team, volleyball team, and a number of other ones that will be here. And they will be accepting tips for the service in the beer garden. So please tip generously. These are our schools. These are our athletic programs. Use all the funding that they can get to make sure that they can have a successful season. So make sure you have those as well. So we've got that going on. Now, we have our VIP stage over here. This is for some of the guests that have sponsored our festival. So if you would like to sponsor our future festival, feel free and reach out to us. We can get you that information. And then again, our main stage is going to be just pretty much where you see out there where the truck and other lights are. So you'll have the main stage out there. And now we get to the fun thing. Obviously, a lot of people out there would love to take a couple of throws at some local, I don't even want to call them celebrities, but local figures. Let's start with local figures. April Darling, the Mel Clemens, first ever Mel Clemens Award winner, will be there. I will be there. Truro Township trustee Chris Long will be available to be dunked. We will also have Chief Baker from the police department, who actually just came in on site. He'll be out there. You can dunk him in a competition with the Truro Township Fire Department. We'll have Councilman Stacy Baker, school board member Neil Whitman, and others will be attending here at our dunk tank, so we can take a look at those. As you can see, what's interesting about this is there's two of them, so you're going to have two people to throw into. It is for charity, and all proceeds will go to the Reynoldsburg Education Foundation. This is a group that has been started to help provide different opportunities for those that might not have the same privileges as others, raising money for the field trip to Washington, D.C., things of that nature. So we've got all that going on. So it's hard to tell if we have any questions because we're kind of limited right now with everything. So if you have questions, we'll come back and try and answer them at some point in time. Oh, we think we have one?
Well, we just have a comment to don't forget the Reynoldsburg Raider Marching Pride performance Thursday at 6 o'clock for opening ceremony.
Somebody came in late, already mentioned them. That's fine. Yeah, Reynoldsburg Marching Pride will be here to help kick off our opening ceremony, so they'll be here as well. And then Saturday night, we have a long list of things. I don't even have an idea of how many things are going on. We've got a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. We've got a 5K. We've got kickball between the police and the firefighters, and they're already talking smack with each other. So you've got that going on. Then we have, obviously, all the regular activities that are going to be here, kicking off with local music. We have a couple of different dance groups that are going to be here, tap jazz. We also have some karate examples that are here as well. A number of things going on all the way throughout. All right, so as that kind of moves around. So we're really excited about this. Please keep in mind that if there's any changes or any alterations because of the weather, we'll be able to make sure that you notice that ahead of time. But Jennifer has brought her no rain boots. So those are her good luck charms to make sure that the weather cooperates with us. And we're really looking forward to that. If there are any questions so far? Oh, we're live. Oh, he's on, so he's got to come in here. Officer Marshall, how are you doing?
Doing great.
So are you going to be participating in the kickball tournament?
Absolutely.
All right, there we go. Who's going to win, the firefighters or you guys?
We got this year.
All right, so there we go. We're already talking a little bit of smack on that one. So I appreciate it. Thanks for coming here today. We'll leave you off the hook for the rest of it.
Sounds good.
We'll see you Saturday.
See you.
So the only other things that I do want to kind of talk about, we do have some development news. Obviously, the Sheets has been approved, so that's going to be going in on the corner of on Broad Street, right by the Lowe's and the Aldi shop. The Kmart location, it's official. August 28th at 11 o'clock. You're going to start seeing a lot more information about that as soon as the Tomato Festival is over, but we're really looking forward to having that there. We're going to have music, we're going to have food trucks, there's going to be a couple demonstrations to actually bring the building down. Anything as simple as maybe throwing some tomatoes to who knows what else is going to be there, but a lot of dignitaries. And it is welcome to the public because this is going to kick off our revitalization of the Bryce Road corridor, starting with that, then moving to the library. We might even have some pictures there of what the potential Bryce Park will look like. Our partnership brought to you by Councilwoman Kristen Bryant and Councilman Stacey Baker. It's been working with the City of Columbus for some time, so we're getting closer to that so you can see what some of those images look like. So a lot of good things exciting going on, including the Tomato Festival itself. The rest of it is always, I've seen a lot of social media chatter the last couple of days about different types of development. The townhomes over on Rose Hill, we've got apartments and some townhomes off Taylor Road, as well as the MI development, things like that. All I'm going to say is really, if you really want the real story and not the rumors and innuendos and things of that nature that are out there, I do ask you to just come to City Hall. Come and talk to me. We'll talk about it. We'll show you the process of why things happen the way they happen, all of that. We realize that this is going to be campaign season and people are going to say a lot of things because they want your vote. But if I were you, I'd make sure you talk to the people who are in the city that actually know what's going on. That's my advice. So hope to have you come in and ask questions so we can explain what's potentially coming up all the rest of the way. Outside of that, we are live here at Huber Park. We are enjoying our wonderful Tomato Festival preparations. And my day for city work is done. Now it's all Tomato Festival from here on out. So I'm going to go get a little hot father to try and really put some of this stuff together. So thanks again for coming out today. We appreciate it. Again, always stay safe. Joe Show will be off the air for the next 2 weeks. We'll be back 1 week. 2 weeks we'll be back on the 25th as City Council Member Glenn Paccarel will be our guest. And maybe a special guest right before that Kmart demolition. We'll just have to wait and see. So for the rest of you, if there are any other questions? Nope. All right. So if there's, and there may be,
That I
but
can
it's hard
see.
to tell, kind of limited out here on site. We'll see everybody else later. Stay safe, stay respectful. Please. All right. Again, depending on when you saw it, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Stay safe, stay respectful. See you at the Tomato Festival. Have fun, everybody. We'll see you.